Welcome back, students. In this class will study the real number chapter 8 exercise 8.4. Here in this class I'll solve the first and second question combining them. In the previous class what I did, I combined both and solved, but here in this class I'll solve them separately because in the some steps to be followed in first question and the next steps will continue in the next question. So I'll combine these and I'll solve one by one. So first question, without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers will have terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Here the first problem was 13 by 3125. So what we have to do here in this first question, here we have to write here the factors of the denominator that is factors of the denominator that is 3125. So 3125 has a terminate. Here the factors of the denominator are we have to separately we have to do the working. No need to show the working. So we'll write that is 5 into 5 into factorize and see. This I have solved in the previous class. Just I'll directly write down. Factorize separately in your working sheet, then just write down which is of the form how much we get, that is. So they have asked only few steps, no detailed description is required here. So I'll just write down this, that is 2 to the power of 0 into how much we get, 5 to the power of 5 to the power of 5. So next is what happens, we have to write 13 by 3125 has a terminating decimal expansion. So anywhere only one power is there. So other things I'll just continue in the next question. Terminating decimal expansion. So what is this? This is in the form. Just write down this. These steps is only enough for the first question because Q is in the form 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So this is the solution for the first question. Only few steps is required. So here see, in the second question, write down the decimal expansion of those rational numbers in question 1 above have terminating decimal expansion. So we have to continue the question which is having the terminating decimal expansion. So we'll solve this. How to solve this? This we have done in the previous class only. So just what we have to do, take the given number 13 by 3125. So same thing, we factorize it. So all these steps I have solved in the previous class. So 13 by 3125 is equal to, we have to write, that is 13 by how much we got, that is 5 to the power of 5. So 5 to the power of 5 we are getting and 2 to the power of 0 we are getting. So what we have to do, 5 to the power of 5 into 2 we have to make it 5. Therefore 2 to the power of 5 into above also 2 to the power of 5 we have to write. So these two should be added here and bring the form, that is Q is equal to 2 power n into 5 power m. So what I will do next is, next step we have to write, expand this 2 into so 5 times, that is 5 power, then here also 5 again 2 continues, or we can write 5. This is for second question. The same first problem with the terminating decimal expansion, we are continuing the steps. So after this, what happens, we have to do, that is 13 by 13, this multiply this becomes 32, 2 to the power of 5. Then here we can write like this, 5 into 2 form, into 5 into 2 denominator, into this carries 5 times, continuous 5 into 2 into 5 into 2. So this continues like this. Then multiply this above part, then we get 416, then 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So now what happens, we get 416 by 10 followed by 5 zeros. This comes to, that is 0.00416. This is the solution for the second problem. Same thing, write down the decimal expansion of the rational numbers. So this is the decimal expansion of the rational numbers. So for the question which we get the terminating decimal expansion only. So we solve both. So only few steps has to be followed here. Directly we have to write this one and bring to the form 2 into power into 5 power. Then we have to tell whether it is a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. So if we get terminating expansion, we have to write the second question in this decimal form. So this is called the decimal expansion of the rational number. So we continue the second one, the first question. Second question is 17 by 8. Here we have to first write down which form. So 17 by directly we'll write this one, that is second question, 13 by so what is the steps to be followed? Therefore 17 by 8 will take. 17 by 8 can be written as how much? So 2 cube, then this can be written as how much? That is 17 into one more thing I will write. So this here, so 17 by 2 cube will write here. Next step is here the factors of the denominator, that is 8 or that is how much? 2 into 2 into 2 cube, which is of the form, that is how much? 2 cube into 50 or 5 we can write. So finally we have to write, that is 17 by 8 has a terminating decimal expansion. So as we wrote in the previous class, because q is equal to 2 power n into 5 power m, or we can write 0 here, or it's okay. So this is for the first question. While coming back to the second question, so this is 17 by 8. So this one 17 by 8. Here how much? This one is 17 by 2 cube. 2 cube means 5 into here cube into 5 cube. These are all explained in the previous class only. Now what happens? 17 into 125 will get by, then this will become, that is 2 into 5 into 2 into 5 into 2 into 5. So next is this one. After this, multiply this above part, we will get about 17 into 125 means 2125 divided by how much? This one will become 10 into 10 into 10. So finally 2125 by 1000 will get, which is equal to how much? That is 2.125. So this is the answer for the second question. So we'll move on to the third one. Third one is 64 by 455. Here same thing. Here, that is, this is, since it is for, I'm writing this for, that is the first question. First question, third. Here the solution, here the factors of the, we factorize this in the previous class. You can refer the previous previous class problems where I have even written the factorization steps. So here I will just write directly. You can refer the previous class. So here the factors of the denominators 4, 5, 5, 5 are, so which are the factors? 5 into 7 into 30, which is, we can write, which is not in the form, that is how much? 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So finally what we can write for first question? So 64 by 455 has non-terminating. So this is non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So we no need for to solve the second question. Only first part is only we have to solve. So here, since we have 5, 7 and 13 which is in the form, which is not in this form of, that is 2 power n into 5 power n. So 6 by 455 as non-terminating, 455 as non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So no need for the next question. So they have asked only for terminating decimal expansion. So once we are getting non-terminating repeating decimal expansion, no need to solve the second question for this one. So we move on to the next one. That is the fourth problem. So fourth problem is, we are getting they have given us 50 by 1600. So here also same thing. Here we have to write here the factors of the denominator, factors of the denominators, that is 1600 or 1600, or as we did in the previous class, we got, I think, 2 to the power of 6 and 2 to the power of 6 and 5. 2, or we can just write 2 to the power of, I will directly write 2 to you have to write in this form 2, 2 and 6 into 5 and 5. So which is in the form, factorize and see, we will get this back. Which is of the form, 2 power 6 into 5 square. So what we have to write, so 15 by 1600 has a TDE. I'll write the short form, that is terminating decimal expansion. So which is in the form, that is q is equal to 2 power n into 5 power m. So this is for the first part, that is the fourth question. Second question, fourth, we can solve in this form, that is this is equal to, that is 15 into what we get, that is 2 power 6 into 5 square. So therefore in the numerator we have to include, we have to make the power 6, so we'll add 5 power 4 here, then 5 power 4 here. This should be added. So next step is 15 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 by, or 2 into 5 to the power of 6 we have to write. So therefore here 15 into 5 power 4 by 2 into 5 into 2 into 5, or 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 5, therefore 1, 2, 3, then 6 times into 2 power 5 into 2 power 5. This becomes 6 times 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore finally we have to write 15 into 5 power 4 by 10 power 6. So which is equal to how much? This is 9375 by 10, 1 followed by 6 zeros, which is equal to 0.0009375. So this is the solution for which one? Second question, fourth sub problem. So since we got TDE, we continued this and we brought for the decimal form. So now we move on to the fifth problem, which is, that is 29 by 343. So what we write here, the factors of the denominator 343 are how much? 7 into 7 into 7, which is not in the form. So only 7 we are getting, 7 into, so which is the 2 power n into 5 power n. So 29 by 343 has, that is non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So only this we are getting the factor. So this is not in the form 2 power n into 5 power m. So non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. I'll write it non-terminating. So next question, next solving is not required. So only TDE is, we have to solve the second question. When we won't get the TDE, when we get this, no need for the second question. Non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So this is the solution for the fifth problem. So I'll continue from the sixth problem, solving both the first and the second question. So if you have any doubts, comment me, subscribe my channel, share, like all the videos. Thank you.